So, an important topic that I've been seeing coming up over the last couple of decades, I'll say, is relationships and relationships with men and women, intimate relationships, family relationships, work relationships, and it's this big talk on the masculine and feminine energy over the last couple of years as well. And I just wanted to bring some type of awareness to this topic. So, first, I want to say that I feel that a lot of people do not want relationships, they want companionship, and I'll explain why. We have been sold this fairy tale way of being in relationships. And whenever we have a relationship with anyone outside of ourselves, we tend to want the relationship to go how we want it to go. And we expect the person to show up as we would like them to show up in this fairy tale illusion, or either out of the way that we've categorized the person in our lives, and which is not a good thing to do, right? Because we are all our own individual person, and we can't go into a situation expecting someone to be a way that we want them to be, because we all have free will. We all are uniquely, divinely different in our own right and in our own ways, right? So, when we're speaking about relationships are very important in our realm. And relationships is what helps to build communities, right? So we have to now learn how to better co-create these relationships and help build these new communities that us as a whole and as a collective are wanting to build in today's time. As we go through the healing process, a lot of things are coming to the surface for us to rectify and transmute the energy for the new world. So when we speak about relationships, a relationship at its core is supposed to teach you something. You're supposed to learn something from this relationship. The relationship is there to mirror you back to you so that you can become closer to the true you and know more about self and have more of self exposed to you, so that you can now identify it and transmute that energy for your highest good. And a lot of us, when we are talking about relationships, you hear a lot of people say, oh, the person have to have um, this job, or I can't date someone working this job, or the man has to be 6 foot tall with 6 figures in the bank, or be making 6 figures a year. For the men want the woman to have a certain look or a certain physique to her and things like that. And a lot of ways that we have been having our relationships or going into relationships are off of superficial or worldly things, when in a real relationship you want this person to help you grow. We very seldom hear that, and you always normally hear a term about God fearing, or they throw that around, but it's like you should never want to fear yourself. You should never want to fear God. Why are we fearing God? So we've been programmed to go about this way of dating with superficial expectations of each other. And it's like, when now you're being exposed to more of yourself, when things are coming to the surface and it starts to get uncomfortable, and it's not mirroring that illusion that you had set for this relationship, now we have breakups, we have cheating, we have all of this toxic energy that we're now pulling in because we're feeling uncomfortable. And it's best to work on those things when they arise. Like, listen to your partner. This is the person that you chose. This is the person that you attracted, right? So when they now see, because this person is now your mirror image, this is your partner, the person that you're sharing energy with. So this person is going to be able to see things about you that you may not be able to see, or things about you that need to be brought to your awareness so that you can heal those parts of you and become a better you, because that's what a true relationship is. We're working on each other and being mirror reflections of each other to help each other grow and become more of who we are to the core for our highest benefit in this incarnation and in this lifetime. A lot of times when the relationship doesn't work out, we will tend to start bashing the other person, like, oh, this person was argumentative, this person was lazy, this person was irresponsible, this person, this person, this person. And it's like, well, where's the accountability in what you did or what you allowed? Because normally the things that we see in the other person that we don't like, we're also dealing with ourselves. It's just not, you're not able to see it, or it's showing up in a different area of your life, but it's now being magnetized for you to now see this in another person as your mirror. So now you can self-reflect and ask self, okay, where is this showing up in my life or in my reality? So like with a person being irresponsible with anything, they could be irresponsible with timekeeping, they're always late. They could be irresponsible with money, they could just be irresponsible, just no stability. And that could be a deal breaker or something that drives a person out of that relationship. But somewhere in the other person, they are also unstable. They are also irresponsible. It could be irresponsible in how they date, or how they go about dating, or how they go about their relationships. It could be irresponsible on how they upkeep with their home. If they're a dirty person, if they don't really keep clean around the home or keep themselves clean, that is a sign of irresponsibility. So it's like we always attract that we are, on that frequency. And when it's mirrored back to us, instead of getting in that energy of, I don't like this, that's good. Don't like it, but now reflect on self and be like, where is this showing up in my life? Or where could this be showing up for me? Because if this person is supposed to be my mirror, what is it now within self that I need to fix? And so on and so forth. A lot of times, a lot of people are in relationships where their partner is not respecting them, or where they continuously disrespect them over and over again. And the person can be hurt. Like, why? I don't know why this person always wants to hurt me. Why does this person always talk down to me and hurt me? But they say that they love me, but when they're angry, they're just beating me up and making me feel so low. I will let you know that 9 times out of 10, the reason why that person was now attracted to the person that keeps getting hurt is because you needed to see how you feel about yourself or how you treat yourself. Normally, we attract people like that because we feel unworthy or we feel low about ourselves. And so, or we feel like we don't deserve certain things. So we will attract people in our lives to now send that energy back to you that you projected out or you attracted to you. Now you attracted a person to show you that in real time, in another being as your mirror, that's now disrespecting you because you don't respect yourself. You don't love yourself. So you're not attracting people that love you and show you that love and care because you're not giving it to yourself. It could be a toxic generational curse within the family that you probably seen people in growing up being treated like that in relationships. So now you've grown accustomed to this type of behavior in a relationship to where now you feel like it's okay. But no, it's not okay. A true relationship is supposed to fulfill you. And in that situation, what to do, I would bring that to the person's awareness, because a lot of times the person that is projecting that energy on you, they also are dealing with the same issue. Self-hate, not feeling good enough. Somebody told them they weren't good enough in their childhood, and so now they've been holding on to this energy that they just project when they're angry, and they're feeling like the person is not showing them the love that they need, or that they're working out of fear of losing that person, to where now they start to beat up on the person, all because now they're projecting on you what was projected on them. So you see how everything is connected, and how energy is transferable, and how it's up to us to transmute that energy, not return fire with fire, but try to now sit and listen to that person and try to understand that person, and why they're feeling the way that they feel, and gain understanding of self and of each other. That is a true relationship. But if that person cannot facilitate a space for you as the person that claims to love you, and y'all are in this together, and y'all are wanting to grow together, if that person is not able to sit now and facilitate that space for you and be your partner, the one that you chose and that chose you, then it's time for you to leave that situation. We cannot make people change. People want to change on their own. We can't make people change. A lot of times we get into situations and we're aware of this information and we want to help people, but we can't help anyone further than what they want to help for themselves. And so always keep that in mind. That'll save you your sanity. That'll save you time. And that'll save you from a lot of hurt, because it's a lot of hurt when we care so much about people and we want them to do better, but they can't see better for themselves. Unfortunately, we can't change people. They can only change themselves. So just wish them well and hope that they get better. So when we're speaking about relationships with like family, work relationships, friends, you're always experiencing you from another perspective. And so that's why we tend to resonate with certain people and become friends with them, because normally you have something in common, or you tend to vibrate on the same frequency as each other, or else you wouldn't be friends, right? But each relationship is exposing a part of you to you. So even friendships and family relationships, when you see things in your friends or your family members that may give you a weird feeling or something that you don't like, it's still exposing you to you. It's still exposing a part of you to you. And you can use those times when you see that, if it's something or energy that you've already transmuted, right? Because we are the ultimate alchemist in human form. We are able to transmute energy. That's what we're here to do. And so if it's something that you've already transmuted, healed, and dealt with, and you see that, now that is your chance to plant the seed. Now it is your chance to help that family member or that friend transmute that energy. And the same thing applies. If they are not able to see it themselves, wish them well and move on. Because you don't want to stress yourself out putting a lot of expectation on your words and your seeds that you show. Just plant the seed and hope that it grow. Just have belief that it'll grow, and hope that they take that advice and find themselves. I've also heard a lot of talk around a lot of women and even some men. We don't see a lot of marriages anymore today, and we don't see a lot of relationships that are healthy. anymore, right? Or even with a great foundation. And I feel like that has to do as well with a lot of us coming from under that energy of dominion. A lot of people are disregarding relationships because we want to be free. A lot of us want to be free. We want to live our lives and be free, and society has made relationships like a prison, so to speak. Soon as you're in a relationship, you can't look at anyone else. You can't be attracted to anyone else. You can't talk to anyone else. You can't even have friends anymore. I mean, so I'm basically cutting off my life to be in this relationship. I don't know if that's healthy, but y'all let me know. But I feel like a lot of people are running away from that energy of dominion because it's like I said earlier, we build communities off of relationships. So it's like if you're just holding your partner so close and you're trying to have this dominion over them, that's not healthy. Because I'll tell you where that stems from. It stems from fear. And fear is an illusion. Fear is false. Fear of being alone. Fear of losing that person. Fear of them finding someone else attractive. Fear of them having a connection with someone else. Fear is an illusion, and it's like, why even go the extra mile of trying to control someone when everything is going to be as it is? If a person is attracted to a person, cool. You're going to be attracted to people throughout life. I don't think you're going to just meet one person and you're never going to be attracted to anyone else ever again. Life doesn't work like that. We have a multitude of beautiful beings in this realm, so I highly doubt. And the attraction is there because we need to work together, right? And a lot of us get confused with the attraction, thinking that, oh, that means sex, or that means relationship, or that, let's intertwine energies in that way. And it doesn't necessarily mean that. Like, attraction is attraction because energy resonates with energy. So we can be attracted to a lot of people. That doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, now we need to make a baby. Now we need to be in a relationship. Now, now we need to put the gas on this because this attraction is so strong. No, we're spiritual beings at our core. So it's like you want to use your discernment and see, okay, why did I attract you into my reality at this time? How can I benefit you? And what benefits can you offer to me? That's a healthier way of looking at the attraction part of it. But that dominion stems from fear. And fear is a false illusion. Like I was saying earlier, the true relationship is that we grow together. We help each other be better in this human experience. That's what true relationships are. And anything outside of that is just companionship, and it should be treated as companionship. Because companionship is just wanting someone to be there. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us get in that energy of just wanting someone to be there because of fear. We're fearful of being alone. We're fearful of that small whisper that comes to us in silence that tries to speak to us. We're fearful of, dying alone or transitioning alone. It could be anything, but what it is it's a fear. That's all it is. It stems from fear. We need to let go of the fear so that we can live a more freer, stress-free, fulfilling life. Ashe. I've also seen a lot of pressure from families being pushed out. Like the family, as soon as you hit a certain age and you finish your schooling, they're pressuring you to now go and find someone to get married to and to create these grandkids and create this family, and they just want you to hurry up, and it seems like it's just like the most main and biggest accomplishment in your life. And it's like some of us, that's not what we want. And it's like, if that's not what you want, when you do things out of the pressure of others, it's never going to be fulfilling, right? And I'm sure a lot of people can relate. Like, once you had your family, your children, your wife or husband, you still felt like something was missing. Yeah, because the only reason why you did it is because people outside of you put this pressure on you to hurry up and do this thing with anyone. And it's like anyone that you have a connection with. And it's like, no, some things are just divine that way for us to create children with, and be in a family setting with. But everyone is not meant for that. And it's like when you have that pressure on your back to do that as like an accomplishment, then a lot of us tend to go out and get with the first person that we connect with. And then it's like now you're stuck in something that you have to get out of because it's not fulfilling you or the other person or the children. So now, we're creating more destruction. So it's like we don't need that pressure. Like, if you're a person that's being pressured by your family, that's just a false belief. Like, we don't come in as babies, like worrying about who we're going to marry and build a family with and all of these extra things. Like, a lot of us have a creator mindset because we're creators at our core. And if you just follow your own voice and follow your own path, your life will be way more fulfilling for you. Trust me. So to wrap this video up in whole, a lot of us don't want relationships. A lot of us want companionship. Relationships is when a relationship is there to help mirror you to you, and vice versa, for the two to grow in love and consciousness to the highest good for your growth in your life. Companionship is just to pass time, just to fill a void, just to feel something there, to run from the silence and the energies of being alone. Dominionship in relationships should definitely go. No one wants to have dominion over them. All of us would like to be free. So I feel like we should have more of a freer energy when we're going into relationships. Relationships are what help build communities, in which we're working on doing that now, is building communities to help us grow in consciousness as beings of light and help our children coming to grow as well and to build on the foundation that we've set for them. No pressure from the families. Live your own life, shine your own light, walk to your own beat with your own feet. I just made that up, but yeah, y'all get the point. All right, so I hope that helped someone. It felt good just making this video because I love having these conscious conversations with my reflections, and I hope that this helps someone. So peace, love, and light. Ashe.